But we start with Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who has admitted he forgot about the prospect of playing for England as he prepares to end his international football exile and wear the three lions for the first time in 7 years. Loftus-Cheek and the rest of Thomas Tuchel's squad have met up at St George's Park ahead of their 2026 World Cup qualifying double-header against Andorra and Serbia. And there as well is our football correspondent, Rob Dorset. Rob, Loftus-Cheek back in the squad after a 7-year absence. It sounds like it came as a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I think it came as a bit of a surprise to everybody, Bella. Yeah, I mean, that's a heck of a period of time to be away from the international fold, isn't it? I mean, November 2018 and a substitute appearance in a friendly against the USA under Gareth Southgate. That was the last time Ruben Loftus-Cheek was involved with a senior England squad. But he did have his best years of football in his career so far under Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea. And things went downhill for him a little bit when Tuchel was sacked. And he had a host of injury problems after that. The worst of those was when he ruptured his Achilles in a friendly in the US in May 2019. He was out for almost a year. And I think that really set him back. He's talked openly today about some dark times for him back then and how difficult it was. And England seemed a distant pipe dream for him back then. But he's been rebuilding his career since then with AC Milan in Serie A, playing in a bit more of an advanced role than I think we're used to seeing him in England, more as a number 10, perhaps for AC Milan. I can't see him playing that role very often for England. Thomas Tuchel used him more as a defensive midfielder, and that's probably his role still back in this England camp. But his versatility will be a big plus for sure. And after 7 years away, I think it's pretty clear when you see his face and listen to what he says that Ruben Loftus-Cheek is absolutely delighted to be back at the National Football Centre at St George's Park.
It's been a long time. I was a part of the 2018 squad and even the season after I was called up, but just missed on injuries all the time. And then of course I ruptured my Achilles at the end of that season, and then it took me a year and a half to feel all right again. So a lot of that period was tough mentally for my head, you know, with the injury and trying to come back and feel good again. But then of course, being away from the squad for so long, you kind of got used to not going. Even though you want to play well, you still push in club football with the hope of maybe getting a sniff. But I just completely forgot about it and was being a fan for the team instead.
And you mentioned Loftus-Cheek played under Tuchel at Chelsea, of course. Do you think that could have been a factor in the call-up?
He thinks so. Yeah, I mean, look, he was really funny in this news conference, Bella. It was an absolute delight to have him back in the England setup, and he was clearly enjoying talking to us again. And he recalled the time that Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea told him he was going to play at right wing-back, and he burst out laughing and said, "No way." Well, guess what? He did end up playing at right wing-back then, and he played as a number 8, he played as a number 6, he played as a number 10, he even played at centre-back in one game for Thomas Tuchel, he recalls. And that versatility could be really important in international football. We know how important it is when it gets to a tournament that players have that adaptability. And so I think that's given him some hope, along with the fact that Thomas Tuchel is back in charge. And he says that when Thomas Tuchel got the England job, that did give him a wry smile and raise his hopes that maybe one day he would be where he is now, back in the England setup.
Yeah, I remember when he came into Chelsea and he came to me and spoke to me about playing right wing back. And I said, no. But I played there anyways. But yeah, I played a lot of. I played many positions under him, and he values my physicality, and so yeah, I'm used to working under him. And he's very, very intelligent guy, very intelligent manager, knows the game so well. Since I've been at Milan I've played a lot higher, closer to the striker, to get goals and help the team, you know, in the final third. But under Thomas, I've played a lot more deeper. So I'm able to do that, and of course, you know, with with things that can happen in a tournament, being versatile is kind of a good thing. So when it comes to that, I'm happy to play anywhere, to fill in for the team, to do my best in any position.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek happy to play anywhere for England, clearly delighted to be back in the setup. We'll see him training with the senior England side for the first time in 7 years shortly. England will be out there at 3:30 today. Jarrell Quansah will be there too as well. Remember, he was called up yesterday, fresh from that move to Bayern Leverkusen, where he's already scored, by the way, in the Bundesliga. No Adam Wharton, though. He's missed out because of injury. I think he'll be devastated to miss a chance to try and impress Thomas Tuchel, having waited so long for a call-up. No Bellingham, no Saka, no Cole Palmer. I think there'll be an awful lot of eyes and camera lenses trained on Mark Gay, who is still a Crystal Palace player, of course, rather than a Liverpool player. We may read something into his body language today about exactly how he's feeling. So stay with us on Sky Sports News. That's going to be a big moment. England squad out there training at St George's Park. We'll bring that to you live at 3:30.
Yeah, our football correspondent and body language expert, Rob Dorset. Well, former Arsenal and England striker Jay Bothroyd has backed Loftus-Cheek to make the most of this opportunity for England. Bothroyd feels that a run of regular games, coupled with more goals and assists, will give him a great chance of making the World Cup squad next year.
He had a really bad injury with the Achilles. That's one of the worst in football now. But he's definitely got ability. The only thing I would say about Ruben is that I feel like he really needs to choose his position and lock it down. Say, I'm a 6 or I'm a 8. Yes, he can do a job for the team, but I always like to see, a player that is playing consistently in one position where you get to see the best of them. I don't think we've really seen the best of him yet, but there's no doubt he's got tremendous ability. He is a player that I really like. I think he's got a lot of good attributes, physical specimen, technically very good. But I feel like he just now needs to avoid them injuries, play regular, and start. I mean, you need them goals and assists as a midfielder. I think he needs more of that in order to elevate his game even higher.
Well, the pressure is on Thomas Tuchel to end England's long wait to win a major tournament at the World Cup next year. But Bothroyd doesn't believe that Tuchel has shown enough so far to be considered an upgrade on Gareth Southgate. Tuchel's had 4 matches in charge, winning all the qualifiers and losing a friendly to Senegal. Bothroyd admits that he's still waiting to see a significant change in identity from Tuchel's side.
I wouldn't say it's an upgrade. I like the fact, though, that he is bringing in players based upon merit. You see the likes of Spence in there now, Anderson's in there. I like that. You're giving players the opportunity that are in form, that are playing well. I like that part. As a manager, I think he's a good manager. I heard a lot about people that have worked with him saying that he's really good. He gives you that confidence. He gives you that belief. And Ruben, obviously, Loftus-Cheek said it there as well. But it's too soon to say if he's the right man for the job or not. I still feel like he's trying to work out what his best formation is that's going to suit all the players, what his best team could be. There's been parts of games where you say, OK, yeah, I can see something. But then I still feel like a lot of it is very Southgate-like. Yes, some of his team selection has been more attacking players, whereas Southgate was a bit more defensive. But I can't put my finger on it right now and say, yeah, I can definitely see there's a change in identity, there's a change in formation. I can see that England are going in the right direction, because I'd be lying to say that.